What up, YouTube? Today's video is going to be installing something that I've wanted ever since I went to Sandpoint Showdown in Sandpoint, Idaho, and that is some new mirrors. So there was a couple of different mirrors that I was looking at, and as from the thumbnail you can tell which ones I bought, but I'm going to talk about it for a second before we do the install, because the install is going to take like 15 and a half seconds. So I wanted to talk about these mirrors for a minute before we actually got started. When we went to Sandpoint Showdown and on Instagram and all the other social media jazzes, you see these, and if you see my breath, it's because it's cold outside. The mirrors that I saw at Sandpoint Showdown were really cool. They're like these miniature coffins. And Arlen Ness makes some, but they weren't as poppy as, I don't even know if that's a word, but they weren't the exact ones I was looking for. So I found the ones I was looking for on Advanblack's website. And so those are the mirrors that we're going to install today on Sharkbait. Let's get into it. So here are the mirrors, Advanblack. I got them in black to match the bike, but they do this, and you'll see them. You will see them here in a second. They do this really cool pattern on the back of them. They're packaged very well. Bam. Advanblack coffin mirrors, and these will obviously get flipped around like that. Whoop whoop. And a protective layer on the actual mirror part. So I think what we're going to do is let's get going on pulling the old ones off so we can get these new ones on. What do you say? Okay, so before we get started on the install, check this out. Midwestern Motorbike sent me his t-shirt. Check out the back of it. This thing's awesome. It's really nice quality. It's very soft. Yeah, I like it. So thanks, Midwestern. Really appreciate it, buddy. So yeah, first things first, let's get removing the old mirrors, and then we're going to put the new ones on. And then later on in the video, I'm going to take the bike out on a test ride when the sun actually pokes its head out, and you'll get to see him in action. Let's get going. All right, so first things first, to pull these mirrors off, you're going to want a 1/2 inch socket for this nut right there. You guys have seen me do this before when I did the levers, but might as well show you again. And again, I'm going to do a bunch of these, install videos, if you will, not to show you how to do it, but, for motorcycle content. Any excuse to get some footage of the bike, it's a good thing. And this new one is a cap head screw, bolt, whatever you want to call it. And on these Advanblack mirrors, it is a 1/4 inch. So now we can grab my socket or my wrench that I left over here, because it's early in the morning for me, sorta. And again, it's kind of like the levers. We're just gonna get them a little bit snugged up, and then we'll do a better job of getting it exactly where we want it when we actually do the test ride. But yeah. And as you guys know, I have my mirrors on upside down. But with these, they're small enough and they look cool, I'll put them upside right. I don't know if Loctite is gonna be that big of a deal on these. We'll find out. And there you have it. New mirrors. I love this tripod thing. Okay, so here are your new mirrors, and for you ASMR homies. Oh, that's nice. Ooh. They look good. I like how minimal they are. They're not very big. Basically just to keep the cops off of you. But check that out. Wow. Advanblack Mirrors. I think the writing on the mirrors kind of matches the writing on the flow levers, which is one of the reasons why I kind of wanted these. They're also the mini coffins, which I love that look. And you guys might have seen it in passing during the first part of this video. But you got the cool high contrast white lettering on the levers, cool high contrast lettering on your mirrors, and then I got a new sticker. Whoop, whoop. I got a couple of them just in case I didn't like the placement. I could redo it, but I really like that placement. It looks good. It's not like too crazy, overly done. You know, looks good. So yeah, there's the Advanblack mini coffin mirrors install. Like I said, when we get out on the road, we will do some adjustments on it. Yeah, because that one's pretty close to being exactly where I want it. This one is way off. And there we go. Probably a little down. Probably right there is perfect. And that's honestly probably perfect. So I really like the fit and finish of these things. I got them in the mail last night and I went through the box. They also sent me some stickers. But I went over the fit and finish of these things. I really like them. They're lightweight, but you can tell that they're very well made. So we'll see how they hold up to all the miles we're gonna put on this thing next year. Boom. It's coming along, guys. Yeah, as you can see, you have this like carbon fiber texturing on the inlay of these mirrors, and then it's finished with that anodized aluminum black. Very cool. Looks good. And they sell all sorts of them, you know, they sell all different colors. So if you have like different windshield, the color tinted windshield, or the color tinted other anodized parts on your bike, and you're trying to stick with the theme on coloring. You know, a lot of guys will do that on their mustache guards or their engine guards with the actual bung, the sliders on the guards. They'll do different colors. They'll match their engine accents to it. So Advanblack does offer a lot of different color options on these mirrors, which is really cool for a lot of people. Like I said, if you're trying to stick with a theme. But my theme is black and white on this bike, and it's perfect. Looks good. Rolling like a big shot. Also, stay tuned on the channel because here in a little bit, I bought a new helmet. I bought the Bell SRT modular, and there was one of my subscribers asked me, well, do you like modular helmets? Back my couple of videos ago, I said that I was in the market for a new helmet. And he goes, well, have you thought about modular helmets? And I really don't like modular helmets. I've never had one. So therefore, my opinion of them kind of doesn't matter, right? So I thought this is a good opportunity to get a modular helmet, test it, see if I like them. And all of the reviews of this helmet, the Bell SRT, are really good. They're really good reviews. So I figured I'd try it out. They say that the wind noise of the Bells is very minimal, which is what I'm looking for obvious reasons. I do long trips on motorcycles, and anything I can do to reduce the road fatigue, and a lot of that is noise, can be noise, I'm gonna do it. So yeah, I'm excited to try it out. I'm excited for the new helmet. I'm also going to be doing let me get in frame. I'm gonna keep these, put them somewhere. God, I look like shit today. It's funny, every time I buy a bike, I end up with like, I have a stash of like stock Harley parts that end up going in the corner of my garage and living there for a few years. And I already have that for this bike. Minimal stuff though, except for the exhaust. The stock exhaust on this bike is huge, obviously. Stand by, it's pretty cold. In fact, it's so cold, I need my sweater. Much better. How'd you guys like that? Tried that on the fly. What was I talking about? Shit. Oh yes, parts, stock parts. So yeah, normally I would have like a big pile of stock parts on a bike after a while, and my big pile of stock parts is growing as we speak. I got levers, mirrors, exhaust, seat, bars. I always have a collection of handlebars. Recently I gave a bunch to my folks because my dad's got some old Harleys that he likes to work on, and who knows what's gonna fit or not. So there's a few reasons why I bought the new helmet, and it's in the mail, it's coming. I bought it with my own money. I am not sponsored by anybody. But I have some bones to pick with Ruroc. And I know that a lot of people say that they're a controversial motorcycle helmet company, that they started out making snowboarding helmets and they should have stuck with it. I like their helmet. I do. I like the helmet. But it's got fit and finish issues, which if you do a lot of research online with Ruroc's helmets, that is like the #1 complaint that people have, is their quality control is lacking. And I agree. It sucks because I spent a lot of money on this helmet. I thought I did all the right research, but you just don't know until you get it. Now, there are certain things that when you buy aftermarket parts and apparel and accessories and stuff like that, there are certain things you can do to hedge your bets, if you will, or stack your deck to make sure you're not wasting your money. One of those things that you can do is buy from a reputable brand that has a long history in the game, which is why I went with Bell. Bell is one of the oldest companies that makes motorcycle helmets. DOT, you see all the organizations that put restrictions on companies and tell them what standards they have to meet, which is why I went with them. I also went with a model of their helmet that had more reviews on than the other ones. Now this helmet's got mixed reviews. This is the Ruroc Atlas 4.0. Some people hate it, some people love it. I'm in the middle. There are things about this helmet that I love, and there are other things about this helmet that I cannot stand. And I hit my breaking point when I was at a stoplight. My visor is completely fogged up, and I, for the life of me, couldn't get the visor to lift up. It binds so bad, this visor, that I just couldn't take it anymore. And apparently it's not like that for a lot of people. Apparently it's only like, it is one of the chief complaints on the helmet is the visor binding and not allowing a rider to easily flip it up and flip it down. Like you'll get it started and then it just won't want to move and it feels like you're breaking the plastic. So that's the main reason why I'm switching up. Now I'm going to keep this helmet. I'm not like going to sell it because I'm not going to sell something to somebody that I don't like. You know what I mean? Like on Facebook Marketplace, I can't put this helmet up and be like, oh, it's a great helmet, come buy it. No, I'm basically out $500 because of this helmet. I might still wear it from time to time, but I'm switching up. And that's why I'm going with the Bell SRT. It's a old company that they've been doing helmets for a very long time. They have a lot of great reviews, a lot of history, a lot of people like them. And I'm gonna switch it up a little bit and go with a modular. I'm doing that for a few reasons too. That way I don't have to worry about flipping up a visor up and down. I have a big ass button on the bottom that I can lift the whole damn thing up if I have to at a stoplight, communicating with other riders in a group, all that jazz. Yeah. It's also supposed to be one of the quietest helmets out there in terms of modular helmets and wind noise and all that. And for my channel and what I do, I go on long rides and talk into a microphone. This helmet is a big pain in the ass in terms of soundproofing. As you guys saw, I have a video on how to soundproof this helmet, and it is possible, and you can do it. And you guys have heard the audio quality in my videos. It's not the greatest, but it's certainly not the worst. And a part of that is all the work I put into soundproofing it. The Bell supposedly doesn't have as much of a need for that. It's supposed to be quieter from out of the box. So I'm excited to see the differences between Ruroc and Bell in terms of audio quality that I'm going to be able to get out of it while on the road with my mic and the camera. So I ordered up the helmet. I also went to chinmounts.com, got the chin mount for it. So when that gets here and all the accoutrements get here, I will be doing a motovlogging helmet setup video. An in-depth, I'll show you all the steps, get the helmet, clean it up a bit, mount the chin mount on it, mount the camera magnet inside of it. I also got some extra chin mount or extra microphone magnets, so my microphone will stick to the inside of the chin guard. I got a helmet donut so I don't scratch the top of it while I'm doing all this, because I use sweaters on this one and just it's less convenient, you know. So I'm excited about that video, doing a top to bottom, everything I do to a helmet. Another reason, and it's not Ruroc's fault, because a lot of motorcycle companies are like this, or motorcycle helmet companies. Swapping visors like in the springtime and in the fall, going back and forth to work for commuting, as well as going on longer trips if you want to start earlier. Now you have to have a second visor on this particular model of helmet. You need a dark tinted one so you're not getting blinded all day, and you need a clear visor. Well, this doesn't take up too much room in your saddlebag, but the way it's curved, it does limit how you can pack your saddlebag safely with this in it and try not to hurt it. The Bell SRT modular that I ordered has a flip down, like shaded visor that's already built inside of it. Those have been around for a long time. I've never had a helmet that had that capability, but this one does, the new helmet that I ordered. So now I don't have to have, like in the summertime when it's light all the time when I'm riding, I can just have a dark visor on it. No big deal. I'm not swapping visors, but in the early months of the spring and the late months of the fall and on longer trips, I can just keep the clear visor on there. And when the sun's out, flip down the internal shaded visor. Good to go. One less thing to have to pack. So that's another reason why I went with the Bell SRT. Now to the test ride, guys. For you, it'll just be a second. For me, it's going to be a few hours till the temperature warms up enough. See you on the road. Okay, guys, welcome back. For you, it was just a quick little second, but for me, I had to wait a few hours for the weather to get nice. So, as I predicted, the mirrors are actually in the perfect positions as they sit right now. They are on the smaller side, but I think they're perfect. Like, as I sit right here, they're perfect. The height, the width, what I can see, the field of view in them. Yes, I'm very happy with this purchase. I would definitely buy them again. This is, of course, just based off of initial impressions. But I really like it. And in my last video, you guys remember me saying, if you watched my last video, if you did watch my last video, you'd remember me saying a little bit about the battery tenders and how my last bike and the bike before it, I would always have a really hard time starting it after not having ridden in a few days or a week. Well, I don't really have that with this bike. I haven't started shark bait here in about 2 weeks. I'd say it's been about 2 weeks since I've ran the bike due to the weather and me being busy. And it fired right up. It fired right up. It's been cold here. It's probably been an average of 30 degrees outside. My garage isn't very well insulated, so what it is outside is what it basically feels like inside the garage. So my bike's been sitting in 30-degree temperatures on the 5 amp Harley Davidson tender, and she fired right up. I know for a fact that would have not been the case. That looks like it sucks. Had I still had my old tender, my old 800 milliamp versus 500 amp, or sorry, 5 amp. So that's good news. Hoping I don't have any issues come springtime. You can see that carbon fiber. Now, basically, now that I've been out riding around and I see the pitch and the direction, like where they're aimed, how high they are, exact position, and I like it, I can now go back and cinch everything up, tighten everything up the way it is, and we'll be good to go, guys. Hey guys, welcome back. So, just went on a small test ride, as you guys saw, with these mirrors. I was probably on the road for about 20 minutes, filmed intermittently in between. Initial impressions are super impressed. They look really nice. The image quality is really good. The coating that they used on the mirrors themselves to give it the reflective properties, super nice. They have a slight blue tint to them. I'm assuming to reduce like glare from a vehicle behind you at night. But they look great. As you could tell from the footage, especially when I parked in that little gravel lot and showed you guys what they look like in the sunlight, I highly recommend them. As the miles chug along and I put more miles on them, I'll let you guys know what I think in the future. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in and watching another one of my videos. It's a small part. I mean, a lot of you probably think it's an inconsequential install. It wasn't really showing you how to install it. If you don't know how to install a mirrors, there's something wrong. But yeah, I didn't really shoot this video to show you guys or teach you guys how to install mirrors. You all know how to install mirrors. This is just an excuse to put something cool and different on my bike, something that I've wanted, and show you guys and bring you guys along for it. So thank you again for watching my video. Give me a thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe if you're not already. Let me know what you guys think of the Advanblack mini coffin mirrors.